Hello Academy, and this is our channel Unacademy Cat. Very good morning to all the learners of Unacademy and welcome you all to a brand new session of the Hindu editorial analysis guide. रोज की तरह हम लोग इस सेशन में एक एडिटोरियल को एनालाइज करने वाले हैं एंड इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एडिटोरियल गाइस. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग एडिटोरियल है आज का. वी हैव नॉट टॉक्ड अबाउट दिस इशू बिफोर. However, this is not an Indian issue, this is an international issue, but it has its traces here in India. तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग एडिटोरियल है गाइस. काफी नए वर्ड्स हम लोग इस एडिटोरियल में आज पढ़ने वाले हैं एंड ऑल्सो आई हैव ड्राफ्टेड सम न्यू क्वेश्चंस फॉर यू based on this editorial only. Hello Ankita, good morning, welcome to the class. तो चलिए गाइस इस सेशन को शुरू करते हैं विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम. इस सेशन को Hi Vandana, good morning to you. Welcome to the class. So all the people who are going to be here for the very first time, I am Advocate Rushikesh Kate and I will be guiding you for your GK and current affairs section for various entrance exams that goes for ZAT, IFT, CMAT and particularly TISS. So this is the channel where I will be coming live guys twice in a day. Okay, दो बार मैं live आऊंगा. One is the 11 AM session जहां पर हम लोग रोज एडिटोरियल सेशन करते हैं एंड 1 is 7 PM जहां पर हम लोग जीके की पढ़ाई करते हैं एंड वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद इंडियन पॉलिटी फॉर जैट एंड आईएफटी. ओके, जैट और आईएफटी के लिए हमने इंडियन पॉलिटी शुरू कर दिया है एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक दैट इज फंडामेंटल राइट्स. ओके, आज हम लोग फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है तो यू गाइज कैन ज्वाइन मी एट 7 PM ऑल्सो टुडे. आज 7 बजे भी आप लोग मिल सकते हैं मुझे. Hi Praveen, good morning, welcome to the class. So guys, Unacademy का प्लस एंड आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शंस प्लस में आपको लाइव क्लासेस, वीकली टेस्ट, स्टडी मटेरियल, अनलिमिटेड एक्सेस एंड स्ट्रक्चर्ड कोर्सेज मिलते हैं. वेराज इन आइकॉनिक आपको प्लस के तो सारे बेनिफिट्स मिलते ही है बट आपको प्लस में आइकॉनिक में पर्सनल गाइडेंस, स्टडी प्लानर, वन ऑन वन लाइव मेंटरिंग, टेस्ट एनालिसिस एंड एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस भी मिलता है. So go for the subscription guys. The 1 year subscription plan for Iconic goes for 39,500 rupees and the 2 years for all the people who are going to target CAT 2022, you guys should go for the 2 year subscription plan that goes for 59,999. और सिमिलरली गाइज प्लस के भी हमारे पास अलग अलग सब्सक्रिप्शन है 6 months, 12 months, 18 months and 24 months. So you can take whichever according to your requirement. The 18-month subscription for plus goes for 28,550 and the 2 years goes for 32,800 rupees. And guys, do not forget to use this code RUSHI. That will give you an additional 10% discount on all your subscription. And you need to hurry up guys क्योंकि 16 सितंबर से सारे सब्सक्रिप्शंस के रेट 10% से बढ़ने वाले हैं. ओके, इट इज गोइंग टू बी इंक्रीज्ड बाय 16th of September. सो जल्दी से जल्दी अपना सब्सक्रिप्शन लो. मैं तो कहता हूँ कि आज ही ले लो क्योंकि नए बैचेस भी शुरू हो रहे हैं आज ही से. तो जल्दी से जल्दी प्लस या फिर आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो गाइज. Enroll to these classes and enhance your learning only with Unacademy. मेरा भी प्लस कोर्स 6th of September से शुरू हो गया है. रोज सुबह 9 बजे मेरी क्लास होती है एंड वी आर कवरिंग इंडियन ज्योग्राफी. ओके, इंडियन ज्योग्राफी को कवर कर रहे हैं हम लोग इस मंथ के प्लस कोर्स में. तो ज्वाइन मी गाइस, जल्दी से जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करो एंड ज्वाइन मी फॉर माय प्लस क्लास एवरी डे एट 9 AM फॉर द इंडियन ज्योग्राफी. ओके, चलो शुरू करते हैं आज का ये सेशन. Hi Gunjan, good morning. Hi Deepit, good morning. Sir, this time urban policy ना government का cut off highest है and then HRM. Okay. Good morning Kavya, Anurag, good morning guys. Welcome to the class. We'll talk about that. Praveen, हम cut off के बारे में बात करेंगे TISS के. Okay, let's just get started with the editorial guys. Okay. This is not an Indian issue. ये Indian issue नहीं है but it has its traces here in India also. Okay, India में भी इसके traces है. So if we see this particular title, अगर हम इस editorial का title देखते हैं, it clearly states making them pay. Okay, so ultimately making them pay is a phrase. Okay, ये एक phrase है where somebody who's been doing something wrong, अगर किसी ने किसी को कुछ गलत चीज किया है या फिर immoral activity किया है या फिर there is something which is not supposed to be done, they punish them. Okay, उनको punish किया जाता है. So that is what is making them pay. So the editorial is going to talk about something or someone who has done something to someone which is not supposed to be done at first place. Okay, किसी एक पार्टी ने दूसरे पार्टी को aggravate किया है for a thing which was not supposed to be done. Okay, so this is what the general interpretation of the title says. Now let's have a look on the headline, guys. Okay, headline में देखते हैं हम लोग क्या हुआ है. A law to regulate App Store operator is key to check big tech monopolizing nature. Okay, so the ultimately the headline makes it very clear. Okay, it is very clear in the headline that this editorial is going to be a challenge to the monopolizing nature of the big tech companies. Okay, big tech companies जो होती है Google, Apple, Reliance, all these big tech companies which have certain kind of monopoly in the market, we need to keep that check. Okay, and in order to keep that in check, उस चीज को check में करने के लिए we need a law for that. Okay, we need a law for what? In order to regulate the app store operators. Now this particularly editorial is not going to talk about Reliance, or it's not going to talk about other companies which have monopolizing nature or who have monopolizing monopoly in the market. It's particularly going to talk about only the app stores operators. Okay, only the app store operators, and there are only two app stores present in the world today which are big tech companies, and that's Apple and Google. Okay, Apple और Google ऐसे दो ही बड़े companies है जिनका खुद का अपना app stores है, and they are app stores operator. Hi Mr. Wolverine, good to see you after a long time in this class. Prerna, Purnima, good morning guys, welcome to the class. All right, now let's start with the analysis guys. Okay, इस पूरे editorial को अब हम analyze करते हैं. So South Korea's newest legislation, like I said, this was not an Indian issue. This was an international issue, but it has its traces in India also. Why? Because Apple और Google India में भी function करते हैं. So South Korea's newest legislation, okay, South Korea का नया legislation, मतलब South Korea has brought a new law dubbed the anti-Google law. Okay, dubbed means you give a nickname to it. Okay, you give a nickname to it. Dubbed is an unofficial name. For example, आप सब लोग मुझे ऋषि सर कहते हो. Some people call me RK sir. Some people call me Kate sir. So this is an unofficial name. Okay, आप लोग in your stories, आप लोग जब stories डालते हो, you write down the king of GK or the god of GK, which I am not. Okay, which I am not, but ultimately आप लोग you are enthusiastic towards the subject. However, I played some role in instigating the interest in general knowledge. तो तुम लोग ये unofficial name मुझे दे देते हो. जैसे सौरभ गांगुली को सब लोग दादा कहते हैं, विराट कोहली को सब लोग चिकू कहते हैं. Okay, so this is a nickname, or this is unofficial name. So the South Korea new legislation that was brought, South Korea का जो नया law है, इसे क्या nickname दिया है सब लोगों ने? It is called as anti-Google law. Okay, it's called as anti-Google law. Is something that Indian lawmaker should consider emulating. Like I said, it has its traces in India also. So exactly the kind of law what the South Korean parliament has done, उसी टाइप का एक लॉ इंडिया में भी चाहिए. ओके, एम्यूलेटिंग का मतलब होता है इमिटेशन, मैच विथ इमिटेशन मींस नकल करना. ओके, सो द इंडियन लॉ मेकर शुड आल्सो कंसिडर bringing up a similar law which the South Korean parliament brought in their legislation, which was the anti-Google law. So we, on the similar lines, we also need a law like that, and our lawmakers should consider emulating it मतलब to match, imitate it. वैसा ही एक law हमारे इधर भी चाहिए. Last week, its parliament passed an amendment to the Telecommunication Business Act. तो ये जो न्यूएस्ट लॉ के बारे में हम बात कर रहे थे, साउथ कोरिया का जो नया लेजिस्लेशन है वो क्या है? इट इज अल्टीमेटली नॉट अ न्यू लॉ, बट इट्स एन अमेंडमेंट. ओके, उन्होंने ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग टेलीकम्युनिकेशन बिजनेस एक्ट को अमेंड किया है. ओके, दे हैव अमेंडेड इट with the aim of preventing app stores operators such as Google and Apple from forcing app developers to use their in-store payment system for which they charge exorbitantly. So what is the objective of this new amendment that has been brought to the Telecommunication Business Act is particularly it prevents the app store operators. Okay, who are the app stores in operators in question here? It is Google and Apple. Okay, दो app store operators question में है, Google और Apple. And what does this act actually aims to do? It aims it aims at stopping, okay, preventing Apple and Google from forcing the app developers. Now whenever a new application comes on the app, how does it comes? It is uploaded by the developer. For example, uh, for example, Dipit hai, okay, Dipit hai. Dipit is a app developer. So he has particularly developed a social media application. He has developed a social media application and he has uploaded on the App Store. Now, in order to do that, okay, in order to do that, or if he has introduced some payment system, okay, if he has introduced the payment system in his application, Google and Apple, they were forcing the app developers. Okay, Google और Apple जो है ये ऐप डेवलपर्स को फोर्स कर रहे थे किस चीज के लिए? टू यूज देयर इन स्टोर पेमेंट सिस्टम. उन्हीं का पेमेंट सिस्टम यूज करने के लिए गूगल और एप्पल जो है वो उनको फोर्स कर रहे थे. एंड इट्स नॉट ओनली दैट गाइस. ओके, ये सिर्फ यही चीज नहीं है. एंड फॉर दैट, ओके, फॉर दैट they charge the app developers exorbitantly. Okay, exorbitantly का मतलब होता है unreasonably high. Okay, unreasonably high. So particularly whenever we are walking with our mother, जब भी हम अपनी मम्मी के साथ मार्केट में जाते हैं, and if she certainly asks the price of a vegetable, okay, और भैया ने बोल दिया कि 50 रुपए किलो दिया है, she thinks 50 rupees kilo for that vegetable is exorbitant, unreasonably high. Then she starts bargaining. नहीं भैया 50 रुपए में नहीं, 30 रुपए किलो चल रहा है सब जगह पर, तो आप थोड़ा ठीक से बताइए. Ladies generally whenever they go for shopping they have a tendency to bargain because they think that the price is exorbitant, okay, unreasonably high, and then they particularly वो bargain करते हैं and they bring it to a reasonable price. Okay, so this is exorbitantly, unreasonably high. Okay, unreasonably high. So app stores operator Google और Apple जो application डेवलपर्स को चार्ज कर रहे थे, देवर एक्सॉर्बिटेंटली. एंड इसी चीज को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, ओके, इसी चीज को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए ये एक नया लॉ लाया है साउथ कोरिया ने, विच इज डब्ड एज एंटी गूगल लॉ. द न्यू लॉ, ओके. Good morning, Pooja. Good morning. Welcome to the class. Good to see you after a long time. Hello, Shreya Shri. Good morning. Welcome to this session. The new law, okay, the new law is also a check on the unfair use of the market position. Okay, so the only objective of this new law that is introduced by South Korea is not only preventing the app store operators from forcing the app developer, but it also keeps a check. So it also acts as a regulatory or monitoring body. Okay, it also acts as a regulatory body which also checks on the unfair use of the market position. So obviously if I am in a stronger position, अगर market में मेरा product बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, there is a high demand in for my product in the market, of course I am going to exploit every available opportunity to exploit the market situation and gain maximum profit for me. So it also acts, okay, it also acts as a check on the unfair use of market position. With digital commerce becoming ubiquitous, okay, ubiquitous का मतलब होता है present everywhere. Now digital commerce, anywhere you go any place, you go in, you go to a vegetable vendor, you go to a small shop, you go to a kirana store, you go to big malls, you go anywhere, any kind of business, especially in India. I'm talking about India, बाकी जगह में तो बहुत पहले से ही digital commerce exist करता है. After demonetization, the penetration of digital commerce in India has substantially increased. So you go to even any small place. अगर पंक्चर वाले के पास भी आप जाते हो, he will now have a Google Pay या फिर भारत पे का या फिर Paytm का स्कैनर उसके पास रहेगा and you can pay your money digitally. So particularly digital commerce has become ubiquitous. It's present everywhere. हर जगह पर वो पाया जाता है. That is what is the meaning of the word ubiquitous. and with the Google and Apple's controlling this through their platforms. Okay, so digital platform or digital commerce is majorly being controlled by Google and application controlling with their experience through their platform. It has become imperative. Okay, imperative का मतलब होता है at most important. Okay, very vital या फिर crucial या फिर imperative it at most important. Okay, this is also one of the meaning to that word, at most importance. That is what is imperative. This is what is imperative. So it has become imperative for the government laws to regulate them. Okay, so it has now become important on the government side. Okay, ये government के side से भी important हो गया है, because Google and Apple are controlling this digital commerce thing with their experience. Okay, with their experience through the platform. Okay, and now the government needs to step into this and needs to regulate them. South Korea happens to be the first of the block. Okay, now this is a phrase, guys. ये एक phrase है. First of the block, which means is the first one to do. So, in order to regulate this big tech firms, South Korea has become the first country in the world to take this step. Okay, so they first of the block मतलब क्या? They have taken the first step towards regulating these big tech companies, especially the market scenarios. Okay, but a lot of other jurisdiction are not far behind, which particularly means that it's not only South Korea who is taking efforts in this era. There are other governments also. Okay, there are other governments also who are not far behind from South Korea. They are particularly in the same line, same ही level पर बाकी के governments भी है. For example, अगर हम लोग देखेंगे Australia, okay, Australia, which only recently brought in a law to make internet platforms pay media company. Okay, Australia has also introduced a new law. What is the new law? Particularly, they have made the internet platforms uh, pay media companies for displaying their content. Okay, now media companies are displaying the internet platform content. So the Australian government asked the internet platforms to pay to the media companies also for displaying their content, is now reportedly thinking of bringing digital payment services such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, and WeChat Pay under its regulatory ambit. Okay, so सबसे पहले तो ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट ने इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म्स को पैसे देने के लिए लगाए मीडिया कंपनी के लिए, उसके लिए उन्होंने एक लॉ इंट्रोड्यूस किया. नाउ दे आर आल्सो गोइंग टू ब्रिंग ऑल दी पेमेंट एप्लीकेशन, डिजिटल पेमेंट एप्लीकेशन जो है, एप्पल पे है, गूगल पे है, WeChat है, all these payment application are also going to be under the regulatory ambit of the Australian law. Okay, so Australian law is taking bringing a law in this regard. Apart from that, okay, apart from that, the European Union's draft law, however, it already drafted. Okay, European Union का जो law है, it is already drafted, it's not been passed. The EU's draft law seeks to make these large platform companies gatekeepers. Okay, so EU क्या कहता है? EU का एक law है. What does EU dubs these companies? Okay, Google, Apple को nickname क्या दिया है? या फिर what do they call them or how do they recognize them? They call them as gatekeepers. Okay, they recognize or refers to them as gatekeepers. So Google and Apple in the draft law of the EU, they are referred to as gatekeepers. They in this draft they have seek these companies, that is Apple and Google or the gatekeepers, seek these companies to comply with a set of do's and don't that gives the smaller companies a fair chance. So what is the objective of the EU's draft law? It is particularly to make the big companies comply, so that the smaller companies, there will be a set of guidelines from the European Union for the bigger companies, and they need to follow that, so that small companies in the competition have a fair chance to function properly. The EU proposal is also centered around customers having more choice. So EU's draft bill does not only empowers the smaller companies, but it also empowers the customer who will be having a wide range of products to make their choice from. Okay, this is the entire this is the first part, guys. सर इंटरनेट प्लेटफॉर्म हियर मीन्स क्रोम, दूसरे ब्राउजर्स ना, एंड मीडिया कंपनी refers to. Yes, in internet platforms can be referred to Chrome, या फिर यू कैन इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स भी कह सकते हैं हम लोग यहाँ पर. वी कैन से हियर ऑल्सो. ओके, गॉट इट. दिस इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट गाइस, ये पहला पार्ट है. इज दिस अंडरस्टूड बाय एवरीबॉडी? ये पहला पार्ट समझ में आ गया सब लोगों को? Okay. Hi Kushi, good morning. Welcome to the class. Now let's conclude this editorial guys. Okay, इस editorial को conclude करते हैं. Now EU का जो draft bill था वो एक चीज है. That is not all. So when we said कि South Korea is off the block, but not much jurisdiction are far away from it. So we spoke about Australia, we spoke about European Union, but that's not all. Okay, that's not all. In the US also. Okay, in the US also last month, three senators brought in a bill much along the same lines. Okay, US में भी तीन senators ने, senators are basically the lawmakers. Okay, दो houses होते हैं white house में. Okay, one is the Congress, which is the lower house, and another one is the Senate. So the representatives which are in Senate, they are called as senators. Okay, so three senators, they also introduced a bill इन द सेम लाइन, इसी लाइन में उन्होंने उस बिल को भी इंट्रोड्यूस किया. Introduced by Democrat Richard Blumenthal. Okay, so there are two major political parties who are dominant in the White House. One is Democrats, another one is Republicans. So one of the three senators in the US is one from Democrats, Richard Blumenthal. The second one is Amy Klobuchar, who is also Democrat, and third one is Republican Marsha Blackburn. Okay, these are the three senators which introduced a bill on the same line. And that bill aims at what? It aims to promote competition and reduce gatekeeper power in the app economy. Okay, so what does the bill say? Ki gatekeeper in the sense who the big companies, Apple, Google, ये जो companies हैं, they have a monopoly, they have a control over who will introduce the application, what will be the provisions, what will be the guideline. So this bill which were introduced by these three senators, the first aim was to reduce down the gatekeeper role and promote the competition. Okay, perfect competition को promote करने का उनका objective था, और gatekeeper का जो role था उसको कम करने का role था. Okay, power in the app economy and increase choice. Okay, increase choice, improve quality, reduce cost for consumers. Okay, so this was the aim of what the bill had, which was introduced by the three senators of the US. It was to promote competition, reduce gatekeeper power in the app economy, increase more choice, increase quality, reduce cost for consumers. Okay, all this is happening in the backdrop of a pending verdict in the well-known case in which Epic Games, the company behind Fortnite, okay, company behind Fortnite, sued Apple on this very issue. Okay, इसी इशू में अमेरिका के कोर्ट में एक ऑलरेडी केस चल रहा है, whose verdict is pending. Okay, whose verdict is pending, in which Epic Games, okay, Epic Games sued Apple. Okay, sued Apple uh, for the same thing. Okay, for the same thing that Apple is controlling. Okay, Apple is controlling the app economy. The legal move, okay, the legal move was triggered after Apple ousted का मतलब होता है remove. Okay, so when did Epic Games sued Apple? Epic Games ने Apple को कब sue किया? When Apple ousted Epic from its platform, when Apple removed Epic from its platform means App Store here, for putting up its own payment system bypassing Apple. Okay, so when Epic Game introduced its application on the App Store, they introduced their own payment system. Okay, खुद का ही payment system उन्होंने introduce किया, which bypass the apples, okay, bypass कर दिया एप्पल के पेमेंट सिस्टम को. सो यहाँ पर एप्पल गुस्सा हो गया, ओके, और एप्पल ने फिर एपिक को अपने ऐप स्टोर से निकाल ही दिया. सो लुकिंग एट दिस मोनोपोली, लुकिंग एट दिस कंट्रोलिंग ऑफ द ऐप इकोनॉमी, एपिक गेम्स जो है, देन इट सूड एप्पल इन द अमेरिकन कोर्ट, ओके, अमेरिका के कोर्ट में फिर उन्होंने एप्पल के खिलाफ केस कर दिया. हाय श्रुति, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग एंड वेलकम टू द क्लास. The app store operators, okay, the app store operators are clearly on the back foot in the world over, okay. App store operator जो है वो अब एक back foot पर चले गए हैं, not only in America, not only in Australia, not in South Korea, in the entire world पर वो एक back foot पर चले गए. In India too, okay, India too, the angst of app developers, angst का मतलब होता है feeling of deep anxiety, ओके, जब आप एंग्शियस फील करते हो, जब आपको एप्रीहेंशन होता है, रिजर्वेशन होता है, you have the feeling of angst. So in India too, the anxiety of the app developer has been evident recent times. तो इंडिया में भी ऐप डेवलपर के यही एप्रीहेंशन है, यही रिजर्वेशन है कि दिस ऐप स्टोर ऑपरेटर्स दे आर कंट्रोलिंग द ऐप इकोनॉमी, ये पूरी तरह से ऐप इकोनॉमी को कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं. हाय सुशील, गुड मॉर्निंग, वेलकम टू द क्लास. So according to a report, okay, according to a report, Apple is facing an antitrust challenge in India from a Rajasthan-based non-profit organization called Together We Fight. Okay, Together We Fight on this issue. So Apple के खिलाफ भी एक antitrust challenge चल रहा है इंडिया में from an organization called Together We Fight Society. It remains to be seen if the regulator in this sentence means Apple, sorry, not Apple, it is the Competition Commission of India. It remains to be seen if regulator, the Competition Commission of India, orders an investigation. Okay, तो ये Together We Fight Society जो एंटी ट्रस्ट चैलेंज किया है एप्पल को, वी हैव टू सी व्हाट व्हाट थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू बी डन इन द मीनवाइल. सो इंडिया का जो रेगुलेटरी बॉडी है, कंपटीशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया, इट नीड्स टू इन्वेस्टिगेट कि व्हाट इज दिस इशू बिटवीन एप्पल एंड टुगेदर वी फाइट सोसाइटी. Last year it started investigation. It means Competition Commission of India here, okay. Last year it started investigation into similar allegations against Google, okay. तो last year Google के खिलाफ भी एंटी ट्रस्ट चैलेंज हुआ था एंड कंपटीशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने इसमें इन्वेस्टिगेशन कैरी आउट किया था. A law to regulate app store operators is not a drastic departure from this government's thinking on such issue, okay. एक लॉ को इंट्रोड्यूस करना चाहिए, it's not a drastic departure from this government thinking on such issue. मतलब our government is already thinking in this line, okay. इस लाइन में ऑलरेडी गवर्नमेंट सोच रहा है कि we need to bring on regulation. ऐप स्टोर्स हो या फिर डिजिटल पेमेंट्स हो या फिर डिजिटल कॉमर्स हो, वी नीड टू ब्रिंग अ रेगुलेशन in that term. So this is what the editor is saying here. Only recently it promoted the setting up of an open network for digital commerce to democratize e-commerce and to provide alternatives to proprietary e-commerce site, okay. Recently गवर्नमेंट ने एक ओपन नेटवर्क फॉर डिजिटल कॉमर्स भी लॉन्च किया है, which the objective of the open network digital commerce was to democratize e-commerce, and at the same time it was to provide alternatives to proprietary e-commerce sites also, okay. proprietary e-commerce sites कौन से है, फ्लिपकार्ट है, amazon है, मिंत्रा है, शॉपक्लूज है, all these sites, these are what proprietary e-commerce sites. तो इसके लिए भी एक अल्टरनेटिव होना चाहिए so that there will be perfect competition in the market. किसी भी एक कंपनी का मोनोपोली ना हो, okay. There should not be monopoly. That is why we need to promote perfect competition. The challenge, okay, the challenge, however, is to protect the smaller sellers and developers without undermining the ecosystem for technological innovation. Of course, this is a bigger challenge in front of us कि हम we need to protect the smaller sellers and the application developers at the same time. But हम टेक्नोलॉजिकल वी नीड टू डू टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट्स, राइट? हमें टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनोवेशंस लेकर आने हैं, टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट लेकर आने हैं, एंड वी नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट एवरी कंपोनेंट ऑफ दैट इकोसिस्टम एंड नॉट डैमेजिंग और अंडरमाइनिंग द एंटायर इकोसिस्टम. कहीं एक ऐसा गलती ना हो जाए कि पूरा इकोसिस्टम ही जो है टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनोवेशन का वो कोलैप्स हो जाए. ऑलराइट, दिस इज व्हाट इज द एंटायर एडिटोरियल ऑल अबाउट. ये पूरा का पूरा एडिटोरियल है. गॉट इट? समझा सब लोगों को? एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड? एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड द एडिटोरियल गाइस? Okay, these are the words that we came. Yes, this was a really interesting one, Kavya. These are the words. Okay, these are the words that we came across. Okay, in this editorial. Dub is an unofficial name or a nickname. Emulate is matched by imitation, matlab nakal karna. Exorbitantly, unreasonably high. Ambiguous, present, appearing, and found everywhere. Imperatives, a vital importance or deep anxiety. नहीं 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 नहीं, this is not deep anxiety. Deep anxiety is नीचे guys. Vital importance और crucial हो सकता है. Okay, crucial, not anxiety. Deep anxiety is angst. Okay, angst, a feeling of deep anxiety. Okay, this is what is angst. All right, ये है words. Should we check out the questions, guys? Questions देखे. I have framed some questions for you. Should we check out the questions? Okay, chalo. Question mock test for CAT per week. 2-3 sectional test LRDI, QA, VARC. One test each per week, and 2 full-length mock tests for OMEDs per month, and detailed video analysis of all mocks and sectional tests will be available both in Plus and Iconic subscription. So go for the subscription, guys. This is the best pick for your month, for your preparation. That is 6 months of Iconic subscription. You can get it for 25,800 rupees. And whenever you go for the subscription, guys, do not forget to use this code RUSHI Rushi. That will give you an additional 10% discount on all your subscriptions. सारे subscriptions पर आपको 10% discount मिल जाएगा. Okay, first question. What is the aim of Telecommunication Business Act? What is the aim of Telecommunication Business Act? What is the aim of Telecommunication Business Act? Is it to regulate the competition among app developers? Is it to deregulate the in-app payment system? Or is it to prevent the high rates in the app offered by the app store operators? श्रुति ने कहा बी. श्रुति ने कहा बी. प्रवीण डी, काव्या डी, वंदना बी, श्रुति डी, रोहन नेगी डी. गाइस ठीक से पढ़ो, क्या है, ठीक से पढ़ो. What is the aim of the Telecommunications Business App? भावना दुबे बी, श्रुति ने कहा सी, अनुराग ने कहा सी, काव्या ए. ओके Guys, the correct answer to this question is C. Prevent the high rates in app offered by app store operators. So that is what is the amendment that was done to the Telecommunications Business Act now. टेलीकम्युनिकेशन बिजनेस एक्ट का जो अमेंडमेंट था वो किस चीज के लिए किया गया था? इट वाज पर्टिकुलरली टू प्रिवेंट द ऐप स्टोर operators like Google and Apple to force the app developers for using their own payment system for which they charge exorbitantly. Okay, for which they नहीं कहां पर mentioned है? Where it is mentioned, काव्या? सी यहां पर देखो, if you go in the first slide, where is it mentioned about regulating increasing competition? See this, ye dekho, the Telecommunication Business Act with aim to preventing app store operators such as Google and Apple from forcing app developers to use their in-store payment system from which they charge exorbitantly. बाकी दो ऑप्शंस के बारे में कहाँ बताया है? Where are other two options mentioned here? That they want to deregulate the payment system, that they want to increase, they want to regulate the competition within the app developers. It is clearly stated that it is about the app store operators for forcing the application developers to use their in-store application for which they charge exorbitantly. हाँ, मैं यही तो मैं कह रहा हूं ना, सही से देखा करो. दिस इज द ओनली वन, ये सिर्फ एक ही था ऑफर्ड बाय ऐप स्टोर ऑपरेटर्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट. व्हाट डज द ईयूज ड्राफ्ट लॉ सीक्स टू डू? What does the EU's draft law seeks to do? It seeks to make the large companies comply to certain guidelines. It seeks to give a fair chance to the smaller players in the market. Only A या फिर both A and B? रोहन ने कहा डी, अनुराग डी, वंदना डी, सूरज भटनागर डी, प्रवीण डी, काव्या डी. And that is a correct answer, guys. Everybody said it correct. It's D. It seeks to make it compel to the do's and don'ts, which will ultimately give fair chance to the smaller players in the market. Okay, ultimately fair chance de dega for the smaller players in the market. Okay, both A and B, both A and B is the correct answer. Okay, next. Why did Apple remove Epic from its platform? Why did Apple remove Epic from its platform? Why did Apple remove Epic from its platform? Hello Aditya, good morning and welcome to this class. D, and that is a absolutely correct answer. Okay, that is a absolutely correct answer. It bypassed the Apple's payment system. Okay, it bypassed the Apple's payment system. Next, synonym for ubiquitous. Synonym for ubiquitous. Synonym for ubiquitous. Synonym for ubiquitous. And that is the correct answer. Universal. Ubiquitous का मतलब क्या होता है? Present everywhere. present everywhere, is universal. Okay, next, antonym for exorbitant. Antonym for exorbitant. Antonym for exorbitant. Exorbitant का एंटोनिम क्या है? करेक्ट, करेक्ट, सेंसिबल. एग्जॉर्बिटेंट का मतलब क्या होता है? अनरीजनेबली हाई. Unreasonably high. Outrageous, immoderate, absolute. These are all synonyms. ये सारे synonyms है exorbitant के. Sensible is the correct answer here. Okay. चलो, that is all from my side for today. Any doubt in this session, guys? इस सेशन में किसी को कुछ डाउट है? एनी डाउट इन दिस सेशन? अगर सेशन अच्छा लगा है तो लाइक जरूर कर देना गाइस. सेशन को प्लीज डू लाइक द सेशन इफ यू लाइक इट. अगर अच्छा लगा है तो लाइक जरूर कर देना. ओके. 5 PM जीके वी हैव टुडे. 1 बजे टेस्ट है स्पेशल क्लास पे, करंट अफेयर्स का टेस्ट फॉर टिसनेट. 5 PM डेली जीके अपडेट्स क्लास. 7 बजे इंडियन पॉलिटी. ओके, वी हैव द सेम शेड्यूल. ऑलराइट. चलो गाइस, बिफोर वी पार्ट वेज, स्पेशल क्लास फीचर्स के बारे में बता देता हूँ आप लोगों को गाइस. इट इज एग्जैक्टली आप अनअकैडमी के लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर फ्री में सारे सेक्शन देख सकते हो. जैसे यूट्यूब पर देखते हो, you get live interactive classes from all the top educators on the platform. You can even have the polls for the learners. Now we have the raise a doubt features so that the educator can come to know that you have a doubt and it can be solved. You will never miss a class because you will be notified by SMS for all your upcoming courses and recommendations. Lecture notes, you can download the lecture notes from the application with and without annotation. And the best thing is you can watch your sessions from anytime, anywhere. So you guys can join me every day from Monday to Saturday at 5 PM for the TISNET 2022 daily GK update and quiz class. Okay. Let me remind you guys, special classes are all free classes on Unacademy learning application. You don't have to pay anything. आपको 1 रुपया भी नहीं भरना है. You just have to download the Unacademy learning application, which is also free. Okay, वो भी एक free application ही है. Just use this code RUSHI Rushi. Okay, RUSHI Rushi. इस कोड को इस्तेमाल करो ताकि आप मेरे सारे फ्री सेशंस को अनलिमिटेडली देख सको. ओके, यू कैन वॉच माय सेशंस अनलिमिटेडली. ओके. Also check out the CAT iconic one-on-one live mentorship program, guys. One-on-one live mentorship program for iconic. You can speak with the mentor directly, clear a doubt, discuss concept, discuss exam strategy, build a customized study plan, book slot as per your convenience. Okay, so go for the subscription, guys. The 1 year subscription plan goes for 39,500 for iconic and 22,550 for plus. और जो लोग कैट 2022 को टारगेट करेंगे, यू गाइस शुड गो फॉर द 2 year सब्सक्रिप्शन प्लान दैट गोज फॉर 32,800 फॉर प्लस एंड 59,999 फॉर 2 years ऑफ आइकॉनिक. एंड यू हैव टू हरी अप गाइस, क्योंकि सितंबर 16 से सारे सब्सक्रिप्शंस के रेट्स 10% से बढ़ने वाले हैं. सो गो फॉर द सब्सक्रिप्शन टुडे गाइस. यूज दिस कोड RUSHI Rushi. That will give you an additional 10% discount on all your subscriptions. Thank you all for joining me for this session. You guys were absolutely amazing. I will see you in the subsequent classes of the day. Till that time, take care. Let's crack it. Bye bye, guys. Have a very good day ahead.